Many people are cooling down on the waterways this weekend, but it's also important to remember how to stay safe on the river.
Yes, indeed. Jordan Segundo live this morning with more tips for hitting the water. Hey, Jordan.
Good morning, guys. Yes, safety for hitting the water, and not just for hitting the water, but also for the athletes that are all getting ready to participate in the Great American Triathlon that is happening on July 15th. We're out here at the American River Parkway. Look how beautiful it is out here. I'm all decked out and ready to go, but before I get on the water, we're going to talk about the race that a lot of competitors are competing with. Drisha, so we're having the triathlon coming up in just a bit, and you've got your medals there.
We do.
You were going to give me one, but I say I need to earn my medal first. First, tell us about the race that's happening, because you want competitors who are going to be participating to actually practice before the actual race. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So the Great American Triathlon is a beloved summer tradition here. It's a running, cycling, and kayaking or paddling event. So that's what makes it a no-swim event. Makes it really fun. So competitors run for about 7 miles up to Folsom, or down to Sac State. Then they ride 12 miles up to Folsom, up here, and then they paddle down to Riverbend Park, where there's a great party and an expo. It's great for the entire family, and it's way fun. Most importantly, it raises a lot of money for the American River Parkway Foundation and children's charities.
But what's also important is when you talked about some of the participants coming out here, some of them they don't practice on the water. They just kind of show up, but we want them to get out here on the water, practice safety, so they kind of get a feel of what it's like to be out here, especially with the river flow, right?
Absolutely. It's great if you can run and you can cycle, but you know, having the practice, one of the reasons why we have partners like Current Adventures Kayaks is so that people are practiced. We don't want the first time they get on a boat to be during the race.
Not at all. So I'm going to step back here. We're going to talk with Dan here from Current Adventures here, because he's got a few things ready to go here. Now, first off, Dan, you got me all set up and ready to get here out on the water. It's really important, though, to really be safe and ready before you head out, right?
Oh, of course. And, you know, the big thing right now is not that the water's so fast, but that it's so cold, right? It is colder than normal kind of thing, just with the weather we've had and the snow melt and everything. But the river levels are down, so it's actually a lot safer to be out there on the rivers now, right? And a lot of people, I think, don't realize that the water levels have come down like that. So it's certainly reasonable to get out there, but always wearing the PFD, you know, the life vest. We've got a helmet on you because that's part of the requirements for the race when you're in a kayak and in the race kind of thing. You know, there's not a lot of hazards on the river, but there are things to be aware of. There are places along the shoreline where there's brush and trees down in the current. You've got to steer well away from those.
Gotcha.
Those are called strainers you don't want to get into. And the other thing is getting on the river at a reasonable time of day, not getting too late out there and ended up stuck, you know, not getting downstream before dark. You know?
And these are important tips, not just for anyone participating in the race, but anyone getting out on the water, period.
I'm referencing, you know, across the board, right? For the people that are going to be out over the 4th of July weekend, etc. But on the race day kind of thing, there's a lot of, you know, specifics to that as far as where you start and all, what time we'll be doing things. In the race, one of the big things is going to be that there's a lot of people out there at one time, and you have to sort of navigate. It's not the kind of thing to do your first time down the river in the race. You want to go out and get some practice ahead of time.
Right, well, we got about 30 seconds here. I'm going to try to get on a boat here. If we don't make it in time, we're going to try in the next hour as well, because you said the water's cold, so I'm going to give you the mic. A little chilly. We're going to send it off here, guys, as I attempt to get here. This is my first time getting into one, actually.
So pretty easy. I'm going to back it into the water just a little bit.
All right.
All I want you to do is step right into
Step right in. I'm going to have to give you the mic later. Okay, here we go.
There you
just
go.
sit down, or am I going in?
Then grab this.
Okay.
And then sit down on the seat.
Okay.
Then you want to scoot your butt all the way back in the seat.
All the way back.
And then what we want to do is get some foot braces adjusted. So I'm going to bring them up to you a little bit.
Okay. Oh, whoop. Okay.
Get your feet on
There's his hand.
Okay.
So you want to bend your knees a little bit.
Gotcha.
You're still on the foot braces.
Still in the foot brace here. All right, Dan.
And then you want to take that.
I'm taking it. You're going to send me off?
We're just
all right. We're going to toss it back to you guys in the
Leave the
studio while I
microphone
attempt to paddle my way. And I'm going to give you this just in case.
Yeah, there you go.
Right,
That's the way to do it.
All right. Cool.
Cecil's about to have a heart attack.
Oh, I'm telling you, Cecil is clenched in the newsroom right now. Okay, Jordan, be safe.